The Starlight Theater was built in 1931 as a cultural diversion for the miners living in Terlingua. When the mines closed, the Starlight also dried up. But in 1991, it reopened as a restaurant.
And it really is the pulse of the ghost town.
It's also home to the now famous Diego Burger.
It started off as a joke, kind of a novelty thing, but we sell more of these burgers than you'd believe. Happy with that. This is the Diego Burger bun. And then now I've got to start heating up the brand. We put all three of our sliced cheeses on. Your American, Swiss cheese, good old pepper jack cheese. Generous serving of pickles, pickled jalapenos. Just wait for the cheesy goodness that's about to come our way. Then we'll add 4 strips of bacon, then our fried eggs. Oh, I've got to show you the garnish on this. You got to stab it, man. That's it.
The Starlight has sold as many as 15 Diego Burgers in one night.
And that's just an insane amount of burgers.
Suffice to say, it's become one of the most popular dishes in the Big Bend area, which is saying something when you've got restaurants like the Chili Pepper Cafe.
I come from Chihuahua City. I've been eating this plate for so many years.
12 gauge,
12 gauge chocolate chili mousse, raspberry, mango, and a chocolate pecan tuile.
and Riata.
Ancho peppers sauce. It's a little bit spicy, but we use a little bit of honey to kind of cut down the heat.
All serving up unique interpretations of West Texas cuisine.
I think West Texas is pretty well known for a little bit of spice, a little bit of influence from Mexico. So we try to incorporate a lot of that into our dishes.
Cummins is executive chef at 12 Gauge, the fine dining restaurant inside Marathon's Gage Hotel.
I'm going to make a couple of our signature dishes for you. I'm going to start off with our ahi tuna tartare. Take a fairly small dice on this. Mix this with a yuzu vinaigrette. It's a pretty delicate dish. The flavors of it are delicate, and I think when you get the bigger pieces, it doesn't have the delicacy that this has. There's a lot of flavor going on in this dish. Just gonna add a little bit of chopped shallot to it. What we do, take a little bit of shallot, a little bit of garlic, and then what I'll do is I'll dice a little bit of jalapeno in there. As many products as we can, we bring in from Texas, and we are fortunate to have a garden across the street where we get the majority of our produce. So we'll just take a little of that, stir it up with the tartare. And then for plating, use a little avocado. The fattiness in the tuna and the fattiness of the avocado really play well off each other. We used to incorporate the whole thing together. I think this makes a nice presentation. As much as we tell kids not to play with their food, I think adults like to play with their food as much as anybody. So this gives you that opportunity to mix and match your bites a little bit. A fish roe we use on this, just as a little garnish here. Put a little radish on there. And then we just finish it with a little extra sauce. That's our tuna tartare. Being here in Texas, we all know we have the best beef in the world. Obviously a little kosher salt, some fresh cracked pepper. This is our 12 gauge spice that we do. Number of different things. We use it on a number of different items. Got some herbs, spices, even a little brown sugar in there. And then the final component that we do on this dish is for a little spice, is a little ancho chili powder. These steaks are so premium that we don't try to do a whole lot to them. Just give this a little turn. 3 different varieties here of green beans we've grown. Also some great sweet Texas onions. Turn that steak again. And that thing's about ready to come off. We'll give it about 30, 45 more seconds. We'll take it off. You can see that beer batter just coated up beautiful on those onion rings. Beautiful medium rare steak, perfectly cooked. 12 gauge ribeye.
If 12 Gauge represents one end of the spectrum, a refined restaurant serving elevated versions of Tex-Mex cuisine, then the Chili Pepper Cafe might represent the other. Simple, authentic Mexican food prepared from recipes passed down from Grandma's kitchen.
I've been cooking for almost 30 years. I started cooking in Lajitas Resort in the Big Bend area, and now I have my own place. This is beef tips with salt, pepper, cumin. It's a Mexican dish. My recipes is more from what we're doing in the house. The salsas, rice and beans. It's nothing on can. We prep everything here. So we put the tortillas on the grill. That's it.
Unless you're still hungry.
We use our seasonal rice and our ranch-style beans. We want to place the meat.
We like to serve healthy portions here, you know. We don't want anyone walking away hungry. That's the worst thing. I try to eat eggs every day, you know. I mean, eggs and bacon, you just can't go wrong. It's good stuff.